Australia's early history saw young men claim this land. They tamed the forests, cleared the fields, and came to understand the value of a trusted horse, a rifle, straight and true. And from such men, in years to come, our mounted troopers grew. The spirit of the light horse lives within our hearts today. For through the years our men have gone to battles far away. In modern times all major conflicts called Australian men, while some still sleep near where they fell. Most lived to fight again. So many fine Australian boys went off to fight the Boer. South Africa, a land of hope, caught in a dreadful war. The British wanted diamonds, gold. Dutch farmers wanted land. The stiff-necked British fought in lines. Boers, a more mobile band. The British generals doubted Aussie mounted soldiers' worth, but soon they learned our boys had ridden horses from their birth. Bush skills included rifle hunts for rabbits, kangaroos, and young boys grew to mounted soldiers Brits would gladly use. Now England's famous 17th were lancers of renown, but in a death or glory fight, full squadron was cut down. Soon at Eland River, several thousand Boers had caught a few hundred Australians who could easily be fought. The Boer threw everything he had at these few hundred men. Australian troopers held their ground and lived to fight again. And when the Aussies' courage and their fighting style had won, Lord Kitchener declared the Aussie mounted force begun. In 1914, Aussies went to fight a German war. 4 regiments of light horse, some 2,000 men or more. Country lads from far and wide came forward to enlist. Adventure, travel, see the world, more than they could resist. For Turkish soldiers joined the war to boost the German side. Australian troops would hear the call and answer with great pride. The bloodied sands of Anzac Cove saw many brave men lost. Among them, many light horse soldiers paid that dreadful cost. The Turkish turned their eyes to Suez, August of 16. Chauvel had placed the Anzac light horse squarely in between. Outnumbered more than 10 to 1, those mounted horsemen fought, and through their courage, strength of will, Romani victory bought. When General Allenby arrived, command was more direct. In Boer War battles, Aussie light horse earned his great respect. He formed a plan to take Beersheba from the eastern side. Chauvel would take his mounted corps and make the desert ride. The British infantry was used with mock attacks from west. Chauvel and all his gallant horsemen knew of the great test. No water but Beersheba's wells to quench the horses' thirst. No doubts were held our mounted troops could take Beersheba first. The Anzac troopers relished this new chance to fight the Turk, and memories of Anzac Cove would help this brave thrust work. 2 days they fought to find Beersheba heavily entrenched. A brazen plan was made where Turk control would soon be wrenched. The 4th and 12th Light Horse Brigades would make the brave bold charge. 3,000 metres, Turk artillery, infantry stood large. The sun was almost setting as the Light Horse troops formed ranks. Then walk, trot, canter into battle, taking front and flanks. 2K out from Turkish lines, the battle cry began. At full gallop, bayonets drawn, our charging troopers ran. The whalers, underneath their saddles, gathered strength once more, and Johnny Turk had met white Gurkhas in this desert war. The records show Beersheba taken quickly from that charge, but now the threat of poison water loomed so very large. Without good water from those wells, dire perish was in store. Our soldiers struck, secured the wells. Their horses drank once more. By nightfall, this great battle o'er, Beersheba had been won. 800 men rode in that charge. They lost just 31. mounted soldiers and their horses turned the tide of war. Against all odds, they saved the day. Not one could ask for more. The Turkish lines were broken now, with Gaza next to fall. Our mounted horsemen pushed them back, and Anzac now stood tall. Northwards to Jerusalem, the holy city waits. Australia's 10th Light Horsemen were first riders through those gates. The spirit of the Light Horse lives within our hearts today, for through the years our men have gone to battles far away. Campaigns in all the great world wars have featured Aussie men, and here today, deep in our hearts, we honour them again.